I just got back from Coachella. Guys, I have no business doing a podcast episode right now, mainly because of the quality of this audio. And if you're watching this, I look dilapidated. As a person, I understand that. Dude, what the fuck? There is so much discourse on the internet right now about Coachella, and I'm going to add to it. I'm actually going to shit on how much discourse there is while also adding my discourse. Okay. This is my second Coachella, was my second Coachella. I was a fucking Coachella hater. Like, it was my entire brand being a hater of Coachella. I was actually doing a film 3 Coachellas ago during Coachella weekend 1. And one of my cast mates was like, "Oh, are you going to Coachella?" And I went, "Oh, do I look like somebody that would go to Coachella? Please, bitch. Fucking please." He goes, "Yeah, you actually look exactly like somebody that would go to Coachella." And I said, now I look back, I go, you know what, sir, you were absolutely correct. But I was fucking normal, guys. I would hate about it and talk shit about everybody there in the privacy of my own home with my friends and then continue on with my life. Whereas I don't know what the fuck is going on, but every bitch is on the internet talking about every bitch at Coachella. And I'm like, dude, just be fucking normal. When did we stop talking shit about people in the privacy of our own homes? When did we stop doing that? When all of a sudden were we like, no, we need to be really honest as a collective. So let's tell everybody the shit that we talk. Guys, there used to be a time back in my day, we used to do this thing where we would talk shit behind closed doors and it would never leave those doors. And it was a release. We would feel better about it. And then we would move on with our lives. We need to do that again. That was a good time for humanity. Okay. Here's why I was a Coachella hater. I do this thing, and before you shit on me for doing it, at least I am big enough to acknowledge that I do it. I do this thing where I hate on things that I don't fucking understand. Instead of just trying to understand, I'm like, no, it's too much work. I'd rather just absolutely make my entire personality being a hater. It's less of a lift to do that. So Coachella, this like mysterious thing, I don't know anything about it. Nah, fucking hate it. That's fucking lame. Okay. I'm not a big concert girl, which is shocking because I love music. I love to dance. I love being obnoxious. You would think par for the course for Christina. Listen, I have a lot of energy naturally, and I feel like my personality can be at a 10 in those situations. So I get drained real fucking quick. Okay? Real fucking quick. There's a lot of stimuli happening. There's, people being nuts, whatever the fuck. I would rather listen to music in the privacy of my own home or go to a nightclub in which I know I can have a piece of real estate in which I can dance and be obnoxious and not be fucking, trampled on. So festivals, glitchy, number 1. Number 2, I don't do drugs. I mean, I smoke, okay? I don't do the drugs that people do when they go to music festivals, which, by the way, this is past me and my previous hate. You don't have to do drugs to go to a music festival. I've now learned that, right? But this was me justifying why I don't fuck with music festivals. I'm like, it's a lot of pressure. What if I hate my outfit? I'm going to be uncomfortable. My feet are going to hurt. People are going to piss me the fuck off, which they will. I was right about that. And everybody's on drugs. That was my thought. So I was like, not doing it. And then I also, because of social media, had this idea that only dumb bitches go to Coachella. But then one day I woke up and I said, you know what? I too am a dumb bitch. So maybe I'll love it. Last year was my first time going to Coachella. I went with Lemmy. If you are unfamiliar with the timeline of Lemmy, last year, I don't know, February, March, somewhere around there, I posted a organic review of Lemmy, which is Kourtney Kardashian's brand. I tried the Lemmy Sleep. She sent it to me. I literally fucking blacked out, woke up. I go, wow, that shit works. Made a video about it. wasn't going to post the video because I rambled for 2 fucking minutes. I watched the video. I go, what the fuck did I just say? No one's going to watch this video. I said also, on the rare occasion that Kourtney Kardashian sees this video, I don't want this to be her first impression of me. I just got back from a workout class. I looked like fucking ass. Right. Because I look, glorious right now. I don't want her to see it. Saved it to my drafts. Went upstairs. And then I played this little game that we play as creators where we say, ooh, let's just post it for 10 minutes. And if it flops, we'll fucking delete it, right? Posted it, got in the shower, came out. The video blew up. That video changed the trajectory of my career. Not only did it blow up my socials, but it also gave me validation that I can get on the internet and just fucking be raw and real and honest. And people will listen. In this case, I don't know, 50, 60 million people listened, which is bananas to me. So a few months later, Lemmy invites me to go to Coachella. Like, if brands, Coachella is really, there's so much happening. You can get paid. There are brands that activate. There are brands that take you and in exchange you post. Like, there's so many different ways you can do Coachella as a creator. You can just buy your own ticket and fuck off and do your own thing. This was very easy. It was just, hey, come to Coachella and, post a video mentioning Lemmy, which obviously I was already going to do because I was going with the brand. I had the time of my fucking life. I honestly, I would have never purchased tickets for Coachella. Honestly, had I not gone these last 2 years, I would have never on my own purchased tickets. So I'm very grateful that I was able to go and have this experience and learn that I fucking love it. Okay? Here's what I want to mention. You can get whatever you want from Coachella. There is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure as a content creator for obvious reasons, right? For some people, they're getting paid. It's their job. There's things that they have to do. There's also pressure that it's a moment to get really good content. But that pressure, I would assume, extends to people that aren't content creators because it's 2025 and we live in the age of social media and we're constantly being inundated with things we should be doing, things we should be wearing, all that fucking great bullshit, right? So there's a lot of pressure around anything that has a lot of hype. What I learned when I went the first time around, you can do Coachella at any pace you want. You can wear whatever the fuck you want. You can do the parties. You don't have to do the parties. You can stay to the last set. You don't have to stay to the last set. You can do whatever if you want to sit your fucking ass in the grass and eat some Prince Street pizza and pop your pussy, you can do that. If you want to go shake your ass to the 10th degree, how many degrees are there? Is it 9th? I don't know. To the 12th degree, to the infinite degree, you can fucking do that. Okay. You can go at any pace you want. I was so shocked my first time around because I wasn't really stoked. I wasn't wetting my pants about any of the performances when I looked at the lineup. But just to go and hear music live, I fell in love with so many artists. And I think that's the beauty of the music part of the festival. And I haven't gone to any festivals. Maybe this is something that people just experience at all festivals. But for me and my experience, for an example, I was really excited about Peggy Gou, and Peggy Gou fucking slayed, right? Like, it was epic. I was a fan of Doja Cat's music, but I never would turn on her songs. And then I saw her perform live, and she has one of the most unbelievable stage presences I've ever seen in my entire. Also, if some of these words aren't correct or fucking pretend, I'm so fucking crashed out right now. Okay, her stage presence was so unbelievable that it did something to my brain where I became one of her biggest fans. And now every time I hear her music, it takes me back to her performance. It was just really cool. It's really cool what Coachella can do for artists, new artists, established artists. You become a fan of artists that you didn't even know you would be a fan of. So it's really fucking cool. Loved it. Had a great time. Was fortunate enough to get invited again this year with Lemmy. What I also love about these past 2 times for me is that I am not in a brand house. I would do a brand house with the right brand and the right group of people, but it's been really nice, especially because I'm still a rookie, to be able to have a hotel room with my best friend because I need to recharge my fucking social battery. So to go to fuck off and to rot in my bed and edit or watch School of Chocolate on Netflix, like whatever the fuck, is so nice. So I'm very grateful. The morning, these are just like stupid fucking things. Okay, I'm gonna get into the whole discourse of Coachella because you bitches are fucking nuts and ruthless on the internet. The morning I leave for Coachella, I'm just like kind of going through it. I get my period. These are and again, these are all tiny little fucking issues, but you know, when you're getting your period, you just feel like fucking ass. The last thing you want to do is put on minimal clothing and be in 100-degree heat. I was just not feeling my best. I wake up, I have excruciating cramps. My podcast goes live on Thursdays, as you guys know. It didn't upload to YouTube, so I'm dealing with like technical difficulties in the morning. I'm running late to an appointment like before I'm leaving for Coachella. I'm not fully fucking packed. I'm rushing. I just feel disgusting and gross, and it just didn't start off on a high. I was feeling a little like, oh man, I hope this doesn't affect how I feel for the rest of the trip. We got there. They put us up at the Ritz. Lemmy decks the fuck out of the room. I mean, it's really beautiful and amazing. And I've been very fortunate to become friends with a lot of the people behind the brand. And they're some of the sweetest, kindest people ever. And I was just really excited to be there. And it made me feel better. It turned my day around. Okay. So we get there and I don't fucking, I have to unpack everything when I get there. I'm fucking absolutely crazy. My manager knows anytime I go on a trip, a brand trip or a fucking, fashion week, I'm like, you need to give me 45 minutes when I get there to just dump everything out because I'm going to be, and this is like always my biggest advice, just unpack all of your shit. I put all my accessories on one table, my purses, because I know I'm going to be going buck wild all weekend. And at least if I know where my fucking body chain is, it's like, okay, we have one kind of constant variable in this situation. Okay. Guys, I really just want to talk about Coachella because it's still fresh in my mind. So day one, I don't even fucking know what we did on day one. I had excruciating cramps. We get to the festival. I will say this. The thing that I noticed about Coachella is, and I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't know if it was just this. I will say there was definitely a difference between this Coachella and last Coachella. I only have 2 fucking Coachellas under my belt. But between the 2, I definitely noticed a shift. Again, last year was my first one. There was more hype around it, but it was way more crowded this year. I think a lot of people didn't go last year. They got the FOMO and then everybody decided to come this year. It was hot as fucking balls. The festival staff and like the layout of the festival was not organized at all. It was definitely way more of a shit show. So there were definitely factors that were different. Something that stood out to me, and again, I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't know if it's just social media. I don't know if it's just me being hyper aware, but it is very evident that people care so much about what people think. And the only reason why I can attribute that is I am the kind of, if I'm going to go to a festival or a concert, I'm fucking dancing and I'm fucking singing. I might get every lyric incorrect, but you best believe I'm going to give it a shot, Nobody was fucking dancing. Nobody was fucking singing. And granted, I didn't go to some of the really big hype sets, so maybe that was different. But all of the sets that I went to, no one was really getting down. And I realized it in the moment. But then also I have some videos where I would do a selfie video of me and my best friend. And it wasn't until I would watch that video and be like, whoa, we are the only 2 people in that section really going crazy. And then I also saw situations where people would be dancing or singing and other people would get really fucking annoyed. I'm like, dude, this is when you do it. Listen, if you're the type of person that doesn't want to sing and dance, that's totally fine. I get it. Some people, that's just like not their vibe. But I can't imagine that nobody wanted to sing and dance. So I can only attribute it to people caring so fucking much what people think. And then I get frustrated because I'm like, why do we fucking care? But then the more I think about it, the more I realize, of course we fucking care. We live in an age right now where everything is videotaped. Everybody is watching you. Everybody is making a judgment. And then they're taking it to the internet. I mean, look at what the internet was for the 72 hours during Coachella. Every fucking person, whether they were at the festival, whether they were watching people on their couch, whether they were a creator or not, were shitting on every fucking person at Coachella. Everything that they were wearing, everything that they were doing, all of the content that they were making, everything was so under scrutiny. Of course, people care about what people think. How could you not? I'll give you an example. I have never done blow in my entire life. I will make that my whole fucking brand. You can put me on the record. I will never do blow in my entire fucking life. Okay? I don't fuck with that shit. I was rubbing my nose constantly because literally I had a bloody nose. It's so dry. There's so much dust. You're coughing up dirt. You have a bloody nose. You have dirt in your nose. There was a moment where I was like really rubbing my nose and I thought, fuck, if somebody is filming even a dude on stage right now and I'm in the corner of this video fucking flicking the fuck out of my nose, oh, now there's another discourse. Christina KIRKMAN's doing blow. And I cannot defend myself. How do I defend myself? You take, oh, we have this dumb bitch content creator who's got a lot of energy jumping up and down and she's rubbing her nose. Of course she's on drugs. So I had that thought and I was like, fuck, I had to be aware of that. That sucked because it does take away from living in the moment. This whole discourse on the internet of like, these creators, they can't even live in the moment. Listen, here's the reality, okay? There are some shitty ass fucking content creators. There are some shitty ass non-content creators. There are some annoying people at the festival. There are some boring people at the festival. Like, cut it the fuck out. This is a generalization for just people. Anywhere you go. If you want to get on here and say influencers, content creators, celebrities ruined Coachella, here's the thing. The majority of people at the festival are not celebrities or content creators. The reason why we're seeing so much of that is because those are the people predominantly that are posting on the internet. So anybody that is not at the festival, that is the representation of the festival that they get. And then if you already don't like that content creator and that's the content you're seeing, of course you're going to be like, oh, fucking Coachella, bunch of dummies. I mean, come on, use common sense. There's a fuck ton of people there. Not everybody there is an asshole. Not everybody there is a creator. Some people are there for the music. Some people are there for the content. Who fucking cares? God damn. Right? But we're so obsessed with capturing, like we're so obsessed with creating narratives. We're so obsessed with using people to go viral, which I saw some of y'all's story times where you just want to go viral. So you make up a fucking story about people, oh, somebody smelled, or, ooh, I hate their shoes, or, dude, it was so weird to me to see this unfold in real time. And then when I get frustrated about people caring so much, how can I get on the internet and preach to people who fucking cares when we live in a society that is so based on other people's perception of us? It must be so shitty to go to the festival and be having a good time and then wake up and find a video of yourself taken out of context and people making a judgment of you. That's gotta suck, right? But like, damn, that's really what bothered me. And I feel like I was really able to step back and see it all happen. And it sucks because everybody is filming everything and everybody has an opinion about everything. And you best believe all those opinions are going to end up on the internet. So that's the part of Coachella that I'm sure a lot of people who have been going to Coachella for years and years, when they claim it changes, I don't think that that's special to Coachella. I think that's special to anything that's evolved over the last 10 years. Social media, the way that we ingest social media, the way that we engage with social media affects everything that's going on in the world, really, right? If you have I don't know how long Coachella's been doing its thing for. Okay, I'm going to assume a long time. It's going to change. And that's not, I don't think, specifically geared towards one specific group of people. I think that that's just the age of social media. Back in the day, you used to be able to go somewhere and just exist and be in the moment and live and not worry about it being captured on the internet or somebody taking a phone out and filming you, that is never going to exist from here on out, which means that all of those events are going to change. And I think for some reason, this was the year that we had that epiphany that the inevitability of the internet is going to change all of these big events that we go to. But to get on the internet and point fingers to people is a fucking waste of time. What is this? Sorry, I'm like pulled up on a random fucking note. Hold on. I have Coachella brain right now. Well, in the spirit of being honest, I don't fuck with drugs. I smoke weed. You guys know that. I don't fuck with drugs. It's never been my thing. In fact, I'm not even really a big drinker. I like to put that out there because in those settings, I have a lot of energy. Okay. And I've seen the discourse of people making assumptions because I have a lot of energy. Fuck you for that shit. But in the spirit of being honest, I will tell the story of the first and only time I did Molly. And then we'll get back to Coachella. But I feel like if I'm going to go on this tangent, I need to just put it all out there. That way I said, okay, guys, I told you everything. Okay. I'll tell you this. I've never blacked out in my entire life. Never blacked out. I've puked one time from alcohol. And it was because I didn't eat. It was my senior prom in high school. Okay. That was it. That's like the extent of my like, ooh, crazy girl. Okay. I did Molly one time. And I will never do it again. I do not recommend it, but I'm telling this story as an adult, reflecting on my previous mistakes and maybe saving you guys from the curiosity. Number one, I would never fuck with any shit today because you guys are dicey. It's dicey nowadays with what people are putting in drugs. That shit scares me. I don't trust people. I would not ever risk it for that. Number two, I do not like to not be in control. The reason why I started smoking weed was I never knew how to turn off. And weed, number one, has helped me creatively. I've had some of the best ideas, or at least ideas in the moment that I'm like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. And then I open my note app the next day. I'm like, what the fuck did I write? But anyway, it's been the thing that has helped me turn off and kind of just relax my mind a little bit. But I never don't not feel in control, if that makes sense. So it's been a nice happy medium for me. One time in college, which by the way, dude, I don't know who the fuck let me do Molly. Okay. Me and my 99-pound ass. Having not really ever been a drinker, having done no drug ever. And one day I was like, I'm going to try the Molly. And people were like, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't do raves, obviously, because I feel, I don't do drugs. So I was going to, which now thinking about this absolutely sounds like fucking hell. When I was in college, I think this was my junior year of college. I was going to a Barstool Sports foam party. Get the fuck out of town. If I wanted an STD, I could have just gone and gotten one. Why did I feel the need to do that? Doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, cool. I'm going to do Molly. Sick. So I worked at Red Bull at the time. And like all of the girls that worked at Red Bull were older than me. And I have this thing where when I was younger, before I would go on a roller coaster, I would go up to every fucking person in line and be like, have you gone on it? Is it scary? On a scale from 1 to 10, how scary it is. Like I was diabolical as a child. Okay. Like just the element of surprise. No, I needed to know everything. So for the week leading up to this, I asked, and every shift, I asked every girl, what can I expect? What do I do? How am I going to feel? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to die? Like, and everyone was like, that should have been the moment that people were like, hey, maybe try smoking weed. You know, like, I don't think your personality probably shouldn't fuck with Molly, but they were like, yeah, you'll be fine. The advice I got was, you're going to be really thirsty. Don't chug water. I was like, got it. I don't drink water anyway, so that won't be difficult. Number two, you're going to love everybody. You're going to just tell all your friends how much you love them. I was like, great. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to tell my friends I love them. This sounds perfect. So the day of Barstool foam party, which by the way was also happening at the House of Blues, which is infamous for being very fucking strict. Like this was just not the time for me to be like, I'm tired of being a fucking loser. Let's do Molly. I go to a sketchy ass part of Mission Hill in Boston. I take the train. Mind you, we are already in our Barstool foam fits, which you guys thought the Coachella fits were bad? Dude, it was terrible. I had a fucking nipple curtain on and some fucking chain mail. I don't even know what I was wearing, okay? And it is the nighttime. It is Saturday night and I'm in Mission Hill. I just took the fucking train. I'm walking through the streets of Mission Hill. I walk up to this sketchy ass house. We go inside. Thinking about this now, I'm like, I would never fucking do this today. Pick up some Molly from some dude, right? Also, you would think I would have been like, hey, my two friends I'm tiny. I'm a very small person. Like, I'm very short. I'm very petite. My two friends were bigger than me. I should have been like, hey, do you have a suggested use dose for a 99-pounder? No, I didn't ask. I didn't ask any of the right questions. I just took it. Actually, I didn't even take it. I didn't want to touch it. I was like, yeah, I'm fine with putting it in my body, but I'm not going to touch it. You guys take it. So my friends take it. We get there. We put it in our bra. I think I'm wearing fucking 6 bras at this point. I'm still not even a size B, okay, with 6 bras. We get in line. I'm fucking panicking. I am like actually going through it. I have no alcohol in my system. I am just spiraling. I get to the front. These House of Blues security people, they don't fuck around. They're getting under the bra. They're getting behind the bra. I'm like, oh God, I got nothing in there to support. Get to the bathroom. We go right to the bathroom. And there's, bathroom attendants outside of all the stalls. And you have fucking 10 seconds in there. You got to take a shit. You better drop that shit quick because they start banging on the doors. Like, you got to get in there real quick. I get in there. I whip it out and I do it, right? I do it. I hope I do it. I'm like, I hope I did it right. I was like, do I got to put this in my ass? Like, I forget how to do it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I just fucking do it. And I leave. I'm like, all right, fine. God, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I'm even telling this story. My mom's going to hear this episode. I'm sorry, Mom. I never did it again. So we get into the festival, rave, hell. We walk into the pits of hell. And it is just, and I remember thinking, I died and went to hell. This is actually hell. Okay. I'm just ready to have an absolute panic attack. I'm not feeling anything. It's like 45 minutes. I'm like, oh, man, I could have taken more of this shit. I feel nothing. Now, one of the things that my Red Bull friend, my friendlies told me, the girls that worked at Red Bull, they were like, it'll hit you when you change sceneries. So if you go from inside to outside, from light to dark, from heaven to hell, then it'll hit you. Well, this was shortly after the Boston Marathon bombings. Again, not the vibes we need to be bringing to the Barstool Sports Foam Party, but they decided to do a tribute at the rave in which everybody was on drugs. So like the vibes shifted real quick. So all of a sudden, music changes. They start doing this whole tribute and I go, oh my God, I think I'm there. I look over to all of a sudden it was a wave of, I am parched. I haven't drank water in my entire fucking life. I need to go to the emergency room. I grab my friend. I go, I got to go to the emergency room. She goes, you're fine. I look over at the bar. There is just a bar of cups of water. They knew what they were doing. They fucking knew what they were doing. It was literally just a countertop of just cups of water everywhere. I go, they fucking planned for this. I ran to that bar and everything that the girls told me from Red Bull, I said, take that out of my brain, throw it away. I ran to the bar. I chugged every fucking cup of water. I don't know how I didn't die. I don't know how I didn't fucking drown. I actually feel like I am still, the reason why I still exist today is because of how much water I drank that day. Because I don't drink water. And I'm like, that day at Barstool Foam, I think really got me to where I am now. Gallons of water, chugging. I am going bananas at this point. Okay. I'm already as a person like a level 10. No, I'm a fucking level 50. I start doing the fucking mouth thing. No one warned me about the mouth thing. No one said bring a lollipop, bring gum. And now looking back, I'm like, these bitches were sabotaging me. They were hazing me, which I was already working there for several years. I don't know why I was getting hazed. Nobody gave me any valuable information. So I'm going crazy. I'm looking fucking nuts. I find my ex-boyfriend, who I was still very close with, thank God, because I start chewing on his damn fucking shoulder like a corn on cob. Okay? I'm going ballistic. I run to the bathroom. I fucking puke all over the walls. Now, also, another reason why I don't drink alcohol is I am petrified. I don't like throw up. I've literally thrown up 3 times in my life. I am petrified of puke. I always say, if I have a child, if they poop everywhere, I got you, sis. You throw up, I love you, but I'm going to need you to deal with that. I don't care if you're 3 years old. That's the first thing I'm going to teach my kid is how to tend to the throw up, because I cannot fuck with throw up. I'm a good friend until my friends start puking. I want nothing to do with you. I will love you from afar. I will call an ambulance if you need me. I cannot hold your hair. For the love of God, don't do that to me. I puke all over the wall. I was mortified. But after I puke all over the wall, I was just like, oh my God, isn't life beautiful? Life is just really awesome. I find my friends. You would have thought I was proposing. I was like, guys, I don't know if I tell you this often. I love you so, so much. Okay. The white girl wasted syndrome started kicking in. And I was telling everybody how much I loved them. It was nuts. Okay. I leave. I have to go back to my home. Now, mind you, I'm in college. I don't know why I lived 15 minutes out of the city. So I don't know why I was like, yeah, that's the night I'm going to have my mom come pick me up. And I didn't smoke weed at this time. I actually don't think I had ever smoked weed in my life at this time. So I didn't have anything to get me out of the pits of hell that I was currently in. And my mom picked up me and my other friend, and I was in the back seat like this, just praying, please don't ask me any questions. Was it fun? Yep. Are you guys tired? Yep. Oh, I'm fucking exhausted. Mind you, I'm fucking wide awake. I'm so tweaked out right now, but I can't tell anybody. I can't, like, now what I would do is I'd probably go on TikTok and be like, hey, what's a normal symptom of being on Molly? And I would find it. There was none of that. I just had to raw dog this ride alone. Of course, none of my Red Bull friends were around to help me. That was just me, myself, and I. So we drop off my friend and I go home and I'm in my childhood bed, laying there, looking at the ceiling, fucking praying. I was literally praying. I go, listen, I know I fucked up, but just don't let me die. And I was just rubbing my leg on my sheets. I was like, wow, these sheets are the fucking comfiest sheets I've ever had in my entire life. Rubbing my feet on these sheets for all the way until the morning. I didn't sleep. I woke up. The craziest thing, and I have done some research about this, is I got like some sort of PTSD. I will never do this again. Like, honestly, I'm telling the story 10 years later, 12 years later. I had such a bad reaction that for months, anytime I would hear EDM music, I would feel like I was going to throw up. It was the weirdest thing. This was weeks and weeks later. I would just be doing something and I would turn on the radio or somebody would play something, or I'd be at a party, and the second it would turn into EDM, like intense hardcore music, my heart would start racing and I felt like I was going to throw up, and I had this weird out of body experience. It was so weird, guys. It was so fucked up. So there you go. Now you guys fucking know everything. I've been honest. That's all I got for you. Okay. So I did this shit. I raw dogged Coachella. I didn't fuck with any of that stuff. Oh my God. I would have had an absolute panic attack. Here's the thing. I am all for disagreeing with people. And like, here's the thing. There are some fucking annoying ass people at Coachella. Facts, right? Like, of course there are some annoying ass people, but I don't know, getting on the internet, I guess just what the internet was while I was at Coachella made me be like, oh, that sucks. Because that just takes away from the whole point of what the vibe is, you know? There was something else I was going to say. Oh my God, guys, I'm fucking mortified. Okay, so there's so many factors at Coachella. I'm speaking from a content creator's point of view, but this was fun for me. This was like, I wasn't getting paid to go there. I didn't have to really worry about any crazy deliverables. Any like content that I got really was just organic, fun content that happened in the moment that I like. I don't know. That's my experience. There are definitely people that have way more responsibilities and it's probably a lot more exhausting for them. But there's a lot of stimuli happening, outside of the actual festival. There's all of these parties and there is pressure. I didn't go to any of the parties at night. I fucking dipped out, dude. I was so fucking tired. But there's all these parties. You run into a lot of people, people on the brand side, your friends, people that you haven't seen in years. You're also having a heat stroke. You're probably wildly dehydrated. You're probably fucking hungry. You're sweating in like gross areas. There's just a lot happening. This video is going to haunt me for the rest of my fucking life. I have to show this. So I went to, my best friend Kelsey, who actually is the first employee of Life's a Joke, was with me, which is really nice because she's my best friend. So we can vibe out and do what we need to do. But then anytime I have work related stuff, I have somebody there that I trust, which also I will say, who you go with to the festival is going to impact your experience. I think a lot of times people go with people that they shouldn't go with. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're not your friend, but they might not be your vibe for a festival. You need to go with people that are kind of on the same wavelength as you, that like the same kind of music, that get excited about the same sort of stuff. That's going to impact I'm fucking winded. Anyway, this is all fucking stupid, but we went to, where did I went? Oh, I went to 818. 818 had like a little activation. They had all these vendors and there was a Good American pop up there. Dude, this video is going to fucking haunt me. Is it still up? They probably deleted it. Oh no, it's still up. So they come over, they give us these bandanas and they're like, just here you go. Here's a mini mic, which is like the worst quality mini mic ever, which is what makes this video so ridiculous. They hand me a mini mic and they're like, okay, can you just say like, we're with Good American? I'm going to play this video.
Come on, baby. We're with Good American. You see this? That's how we accessorize, baby. We're all about the details.
Guys, my best friend played that video all weekend to me. That's how she woke me up. I am so mortified by that video. I get so nervous when people hand me a mini mic and they're like, can I say something? Come on, baby. We're all about the details. I literally stuck a bandana in my pants. We're all about the details. Give me a fucking break. Dude, I said some stupid shit. But also, every time I open my phone and there's an event and there's interviews, dude, why are we asking the dumbest fucking questions? It's like, if you were on a deserted island and could only bring one brand of Q-tips, fucking knock it off. Holy fucking shit. What's your biggest fashion ick? You're my biggest fashion ick. Can we please stop asking these questions? They make me, then I overcompensate because the question is so lame that I try to say something absolutely ridiculous to salvage this interview. Please be so for real with these interviews. Now I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, I have absolutely no voice. Oh, and then the last fucking night. So this festival was really Coachella. Like, hopefully you get it together for weekend 2. It was really going through it on weekend 1. So we had artist passes, which I'm still trying to figure out what the difference is between artist and VIP. I keep going to VIP. I don't know. I just like go where there's space to go. But instead of walking through the festival, the artist pass gives you access to take golf carts behind the festival, which last year we did seamlessly. If I'm trying to get to if I'm at the Sahara tent and I'm trying to get to the main, look at me using stage names like a pro. If I'm trying to go to the stage at the opposite side of the festival, if you have to walk through the festival and you're about to miss a set, it gets really congested. You might miss it. So anyway, these golf carts just get you there faster. So we did this seamlessly last year. We just would get in line, get in a golf cart, boom, we're at the set. No, I don't know what was happening this year, but the lines were like hours long. Or at least that was what they were telling us, because there was one bitch there that just literally wanted us. I swear to God, she hated us all so much. So I went to Ty Dolla $ign, who was a priority of mine. And Post Malone was starting right as Ty Dolla $ign was finishing, and they're at opposite sides of the festival. But Ty Dolla $ign was coming out with bangers. I looked at Kelsey. I go, we're not leaving this. We'll just take a golf cart. We'll miss the first fucking 6 minutes of post. It'll probably be some country songs anyway. We'll be fine. So we run to the line. Same girl. It's an hour. It's an hour. I would go, okay. Is there an alternative? Yeah, you guys can walk. It's a 15-minute walk. Okay, we'll walk. Because at least the walk in the back is easier than going through. I mean, you're going through a sea of people. It is very dark. There's no fucking street lights. Okay. Everybody's holding up weird random balloons so their friends can find them. It's just a lot going on. So I'm like, fine, we'll walk 15 minutes. No biggie, right? Two girls that can't follow directions. She just said, just follow the white fence. Okay, easy. We're fucking literally me and Kelsey are like, oh, I wish we knew about this last year. We could just walk. This is so much easier. We walked the 15 minutes. We hear post. We're already like half of his set is done. It's fine. It's fine. We'll catch like 6 songs. No big deal. We get to where we need to go. And they're like, yeah, this is where you need to go. You can only enter on a golf cart. I go, what do you mean only on a golf cart? The lady back there told me you can walk. I don't know what lady you talked to. You can only take a golf cart. Okay. So where do we go from here? You're going to have to leave the festival or walk all the way back. I go, you're going to have to repeat yourself because it almost sounded like you said that lady fucked up and that's my fault. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. Mind you, there's like 12 other people that are with us because she told everybody just fucking walk. This bitch sabotaged us. So I'm trying to bum a ride on a golf cart. I'm like, hey, ride. No, they're ignoring us. I was like, oh my God, this is ruthless. Now, mind you, I didn't pay for these tickets, but these tickets are very expensive. I'm like, if I had paid money for these tickets, I'd be making a scene right now. I'm trying to bum a ride. So we had to walk all the way back. So I missed the entire Post Malone set. I mean, I heard him because I was walking behind a set. I caught like 2 fucking songs. And that was the night too. We were like, we're going to stay up. We're not going to fucking miss another late night performance. And we did miss it. We absolutely missed it. Oh God. I'm like so fucking winded. I also feel anytime I go to these, which I have to imagine it would be 10 times worse if I did drugs, but I feel I get like a little mini depression after I come back from, honestly, anytime I come back from a trip or anything that just takes a lot of my energy, I go through this dark time where I'm like, I don't feel good and am I ever going to get out of this? So today, that's how I've been feeling. I'm just like, and then I'm like, girl, you just haven't slept. You know, had explosive diarrhea, yesterday morning in your hotel room. Actually, Kelsey did take a shit and clogged it and had to have the people at the Ritz-Carlton come unclog it. I said, that you are making that call. I am not fucking calling them hoes. And she had to stand there and watch them unclog her poop. And I said, yeah, that's what you get for showing me that fucking good American video, bitch. What else? Do I have anything else? Let me see. Oh, dude, when we were at Revolve Fest, you want to talk about being overstimulated. There is so much going on at Revolve Fest. You got a fucking swing. You got people swinging around. Cardi B was just absolutely shaking ass. I don't think Cardi B sang one lyric. I was like, pop off, sis, cut your check. She was just shaking ass to her own music. That was her performance. I was like, queen. You want to talk about being overstimulated? Holy goddamn. It's like, whoa, dude. Okay. A lot happening. I was in line to get some Raisin Canes. This fucking dude was behind us. Nothing drives me crazier when someone is being fucking weird and they're trapping you. Like when somebody hits on you in the gym or when you're in line, I'm like, you're a dick. You're an actual awful person because you know I can't go anywhere and I can't be an asshole to you because I'm stuck in line with you for another fucking 15 minutes. So the only thing I can do is entertain you being an asshole. This guy was behind us. He's like, you guys creators? I go, why are we doing that? I said, I mean, yeah, we create things. What's it to you? He's like, oh, well, I'm an agent. I go, you need to fuck off right now, sir. He's like, let me give you my business card. I go, Jesus Christ, please. I feel so bad for Kelsey. Usually I'm the one that deals with the brunt of this. I turned around. I pretended like I all of a sudden fully lost my hearing. I turned around. I said, I don't want any part of that. And Kelsey's like, yeah, I'll take a business card. I'm like, yeah, you do that, sis. Be a good friend for me. So she took a business card. He's like, let me teach you guys this dance because somebody was performing. I go, sir, I'm really just trying to get a couple chicken fingers. That happened to me again at I was getting a coffee and I was in line and this guy was like, I really like your sweatshirt. Mind you, I just came from the gym. I have never looked worse in my entire life. I was wearing a beat up sweatshirt. I go, I want to say, dude, no, you don't. You don't like my sweatshirt. Call it like it is. You're trying to gauge if I'm single. The answer is no. Fucking leave me alone. But again, I was in line. What am I supposed to do? You know? Because then I'm like, oh, God forbid I'm an asshole. You know, you're going to fucking, I don't know. I don't trust these hoes. Anyway, do I have anything else about Coachella? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to think. And nothing is coming to my mind. Oh, can you believe I wore a shirt to Coachella that said, what is the exact verbiage of this shirt? Oh, it was that Good American Video. Don't fucking show me that. It says, oh my God, it says, please do not give me a cigarette no matter what I say. Do you know nobody offered me a cigarette? I thought it was like reverse psychology. And then towards the end of the night, some dude started offering me cigarettes. I go, I don't want cigarettes from you guys. I'm good. Okay. But not one singular fucking person asked me if I wanted a cigarette. It's like, that's a little fucking rude. I mean, on another note, last night when I got back, I started watching The Last of Us. I don't know if it's because I have smoked marijuana in my lifetime. Like, my memory is trash. If a show was 3 months or longer ago, I don't remember a singular thing about that show. The Last of Us, I was so obsessed with. I knew everything going on in that show. I lived for that show. The recap is never enough. I simply don't remember the plot. So I'm watching it. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm like, what the fuck is the plot of this show again? So we need to do something about recaps of shows because I also could watch 10 seasons of a show and not know any character names. It's really an impressive gift that I have, that I could be so invested and so uninvested at something at the same time. And then I also simultaneously started watching The Traitors. I'm trying to get in on the lore. And I would be so fucking terrible at that show, mainly because I couldn't defend myself and that would drive me nuts. But I realized if I were a traitor and I successfully did it, like if I won and I was a traitor, yeah, okay, great. You get your 15 minutes of fame for your one season and then you win. And then for the rest of my life, people are going to know my secret, which is that I'm a really good liar. Then what? How do I go about the rest of my life? And now I can't lie. You know what I mean? Like the risk is not worth it for me. What? So you can be a winner for one season? Great. Now you can never fucking lie again because everyone's like, you won Traitors. Yeah, okay, because I'm a good fucking liar. Can you just fucking let me live and find some peace? Anyway, what else do I have for you guys? I don't have anything. I just simply want to sit for like 20 minutes and worry about anything. You know, usually I have Kelsey here filming this and she keeps me accountable. I just started filming. This is actually my first episode that I'm filming with no one here. So this might not even be in focus. You might not even be able to hear anything I'm saying. Oh my God. Also, this is a little TMI. The first day we like hung out at the pool before we went to the festival. We're at the nice ass Ritz-Carlton, you know, like everybody there at the pool, even at the pool, like looks like they have money. And you can always tell by what people are bringing as like a pool beach bag. Like people straight up bringing Hermes bags with their fucking sunscreen in it. I'm like, that's a new level of wealth, you know? Like I'm bringing an Amazon fucking crochet bag. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I bled through there was 2 towels on the chair. I bled through 2 towels on the chair and the nice ass chair I was tanning on. I got up, I go, Kelsey, I bled through the Ritz-Carlton chair. Kourtney Kardashian Barker's going to send me a fucking bill. She didn't. Well, I don't know. But as of now, I haven't been billed from the Ritz-Carlton. Anyway, I need to go crash out in peace. The moral of the story is this. Do whatever the fuck you want and stop worrying about everybody else and just accept the fact that some people suck period. That's it. And you talking shit about it isn't going to make them suck less, and it's not going to make them stop sucking. It's only going to make you look like a dick. So accept the fact that from forevermore, from here on out, shitty people will exist, and people will exist that wear things that you personally wouldn't wear, and people will say things that you personally would not say, and the fucking world will continue to go on. You know, we don't need to make everything a story time. We don't need to put every single fucking bit of it on the internet as I'm making a podcast. There's this really cool thing you can do where you can just talk shit about people in your home to your dogs or your friend if you have one and move on with your life. That's it. You know, it's fucking weird to be, it's also so weird to be so opinionated about such stupid things. And I feel like nowadays there's a pressure to have an opinion about everything. You cannot have an opinion about things. Or you can have an opinion about things, but not have to be so passionate about every opinion that you have. Like, you know, it's exhausting. Just fucking be. Just, I don't know, go do a TikTok dance or something. My lips are so fucking chapped. I don't know. I was trying to see if I wrote any weird shit or if I got any weird text messages. I probably got some weird text messages. Anyway, my favorite, I guess I didn't say my favorite performance of Coachella. Now I will say I did not go to the biggest hyped artists. I didn't see Gaga, I didn't see Charlie XCX, and I didn't see Green Day. I saw other people and I heard all of their performances were incredible. I did not see them, but my favorite performance actually was Lil Wayne at Revolve Fest, because me and my best friend Kelsey, we've been friends since high school. And one of our first times meeting, this is something that we used to do back in my day. We printed out the lyrics to A Milli by Lil Wayne and we practiced them every single day so that when the dance came, when our like high school dance, we could flex on these hoes and rap every lyric of A Milli. And you fucking best believe I rapped every fucking lyric of A Milli. Let me see if I find this really obnoxious video. We don't have to play it, but if it's funny. And it was crazy because people weren't wilding out the way that I thought that they would wild out. I'm like, guys, this is fucking Lil Wayne. And he said, he started off his performance saying, which I loved. He said, if you're not familiar with me, which also like, shut the fuck up. You are an icon. If you're not familiar with me or my music or blah, 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 there's 3 things I want you to take away from today. Number 1, we are not shit without each other. Number 2, I am not shit without you. Number 3, I am not shit without you. And that really resonated with me. And it's true. We are not shit without each other. So stop being fucking assholes. Okay, real quick. Where's this goddamn video? Okay. It's still going. So I don't write shit because I ain't got time because my seconds minutes. Anyway, I was going bananas. That was like one of the coolest experiences to see him perform. He was so fun. He's so adorable. Wiz Khalifa was in the back smoking a blunt watching him. It was an amazing little moment. Anyway, I have overstayed my welcome. And that's it. I love you guys. Be nice to people. Listen, when I say that, you can just be real. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to pretend you like people that you don't like, but just be fucking normal. Like, don't be a dick to people over stupid fucking things. If someone's a dick to you, oh my God, yeah, be a dick to them. But like, I don't know, stop wasting so much energy caring about what people do. It's only fucking life. And what do we say here? Life is a fucking joke. Life is a fucking joke. We're all gonna die. None of it matters. Live your life. Have fun. I don't fucking care. Pop off. Pop your pussy. Pop your pussy. Have fun. Do what you gotta do. Don't be a dick. And don't bleed through the towels of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Other than that, carpe diem, bitch. I love you guys. C'est la vie. Adios. See you next time. Some other kitschy ending. Love you. See you on Thursday. I need a fucking Ricola.